Welcome to Aquatics Live YouTube channel.
Okay guys, here we are. So I want to get ready on the crankshaft balancing here. I was going to take you outside to get to the drill press and everything, but we're going to kind of skip that. I'm just going to go through what I'm going to do. Then I'll go drill, get the crank balanced out, and then I'll bring it back in and I'll show you the results at the end of this video. So first off, let's figure out what's going on here essentially. And it's more or less, I've watched some videos and stuff. There's a few different ways to getting this figured out. I mean, the more obvious is we at least need to get some information on this connecting rod here, and then the weights of our piston connect pin, and our rings and everything all together to get the full amount of swung weight. Actually, grab a couple of these clips here. Add that to the weight. So, okay. The one way that people have shown is, let's get the scale on here, is they'll weigh this and just at least get the end weight here. And we're about 40, say 43. Okay. So they'll take that number, 43, and then add it to all the rest of these weights. The only issue with that is that we're talking about all the weight coming off of the center here that is not part of this, not part of the balance weight here. So we really need the weight of this, the whole connecting rod, the bearing that's inside of there, our piston, our pin, our bearing, and our snap rings. So luckily, there's one guy on the internet there's a few people on the internet that have weighed just the rod after they've blown up a crank here. So this is an AF80 rod, and according to the internet information, that's at 85 grams. So we would have been off by quite a bit here, 40 grams off, 42 grams off. So that's not good. So anyway, we're starting off with 85. Now let's measure our piston and all the little pieces that go with it. And that is 102. And then we also have the pin that the crank is actually attached on in here. That is 34 grams. And then the bearing that's inside of there is 6 grams. Wait a minute, 8 grams. So get these added up here, and looks like we're at 229 grams total. So now we'll take the two, and then there's the factor of the balance factor. We don't have to get a perfect 229 balance of counterweight. as long as we get about 65% of that, we're pretty good. What you're wanting is 65% to 80%. You don't want to go above 80 either, because then you'll start having issues with the weights on this side. You'll have to add a weight over here, and then you have to try to get this balanced. It'll start wobbling. So that's pretty much the numbers there. So what we're going to do is we'll take that 229 and we're going to multiply it by 65.65. Okay, I'll get a calendar or get a calculator here. Got 229 times 0.65, and we're at 148.85. So let's call that 149 is what we need to have off of the crank. According to powers that be, that each of these holes right here that are already in here are 25 grams apiece. So that would be 100 grams of our 149 that we need to have. So 149 minus 100, we got 49 grams we need to get rid of. So that comes down to us drilling our own holes. We're probably not going to, I'm not going to go overboard. What some people have done is they'll drill the one here, drill one in the center and drill some more out here. I'm just going to go for the ones in the center, and we'll go off of that. It will get us closer. It won't be exactly 65%, but it'll be pretty dang close. So then I came up with this idea of, well, let's try to somehow create a jig so I get these holes in the right spot. Kind of went through a couple renditions, a couple mistakes here, but this is the final one. Essentially, this hole is higher than these two holes, and that gets us right there in the middle. So, but I'm keeping these because I realized that when I'm drilling it, I really want something kind of wedged in the sides here. So when I'm pushing down on here, that this won't change at all. If these become shifted on the shaft, it will start wobbling from that. So what I came up with was these don't fit very tight, but if you just add a little piece of paper with them on the back side, we can get them to wedge in there tight. So, and then to get this lined up, I made a couple pins to go in there into these holes for us. So now this is a little bit, it's not perfect, but these go, I'm going to push them in there. If I can get it to go in there. Okay, we got, they both went in now. It's kind of tight with the rod underneath there, but they do fit. And then this will slide over those pins. And now our hole in the middle is marked out. Right now, the very center is made for the pilot hole bit. So I'll drill this first. Then I'll do the other side with the pilot bit, and then I'll switch back. And when I switch back, that's going to drill out the rest of the plastic out of here with our bigger bit. We don't want to go all the way through either, because you'll hit the rod in here. So what I'm going to do here is I'll put a stop on here so it only goes so far. Actually, on my drill press, there's a little wheel you can set and lock it so it won't go any further down. I'll make sure I set that to 1/2 inch deep. These are 15 millimeters. So if I drill a 1/2 inch in, that'll get the tip just to the point where it's not going through yet, but it's close. That's as far as we can go with that. Also looking at these, if we want to gain a little bit extra, we have these two holes here, and these are drilled smaller than I thought they were going to be, but we could enlarge those with the 1/2 inch bit, and that would give us our an additional few grams. So what I'm going to do right here is I'll weigh it or before, and if we can get 49 grams off of it or higher, then we're going to be much better off. Hopefully we can get 49 at least. So let's go to units, change it to grams, weigh it, and it is 1,397 grams. 1,397. So hopefully we can get that down to 97 minus 49. Let's just do the calculator here. 1,397 minus 49 equals 1,348. And then let's go back to our 229. 229 times 0.8 equals 183 grams. So if we can get it minus 100, and that's 83 minus 49. So anything over our 49, if we can get that down to like 1340, and give us a little bit extra, that would be great. So I will get back to you after I have drilled this out. Thanks, guys. All right, guys. So got back from drilling. It turned out pretty good. I got the 3 holes in here. I don't know if it's absolutely perfect, but I got them in there. I got these ones a little bit deeper, so we got all those in. I still got my little spacer things in there. I have a picture that I'm gonna add in here to show. Essentially, I put a bag around it and drilled in through the bag, and then what I did next after that was I took the bag got caught one time, so then I got some little magnets and I put them around next to it, holding the bag down, and that worked. 2 good things from that was that it was catching the chips and holding the bag down. I had minimal issues with. It looks pretty good to me. I will spend some extra time after this and make sure I clean it up. But let's go ahead and weigh it. So that was the come back and weigh it out here. So go to the grams, and well, I'm really hoping we get a decent number here. We got 1,370. So we only lost 30 grams by drilling those holes. Not sure. Anyway, that's not good. 1348. Yeah, we're just trying to get down to 1340, and we're at 1370. So that did work, but evidently it's not enough to really get her down enough. But it should be better than it was before anyway. So what did we lose? Essentially just 30 grams out of that. Yeah. All right. Well, that's where we're at. We'll see how it goes after here anyway. But I think we're just going to stick with it. That's enough for me. I don't really want to drill any extra. Um, it seems a hell of a lot more than the 30 grams that we pulled off of it, though. I don't know.